Let's say you want to change your life for the better. Where do you start? You need some theoretical foundation. You go to a bookstore and buy a brochure with advice. Time management, believe in yourself. You can do more than you think. But these pieces of advice don't work, and even the authors of the books are no better off than their readers. A person either feels the strength within themselves to live a full life and makes that leap independently, or they rely on fate, letting whatever will be, will be. Not long ago, I was going through quotes by Epicurus and was amazed that his theory contradicts widely accepted notions of success and a happy life in the 21st century. Advice like getting up earlier, learning a foreign language, running and saving money seemed like useless junk to me. The world admires the ideas of Epicurus, and that means we can derive benefit from them too. For example, the philosopher believed that tranquility is worth more than any money. He said, "It is better to be without fear lying on a straw mat than to have an abundance of riches and live in constant fear." In our society, however, it's viewed differently. If a person isn't troubled by anything and isn't striving for anything, they're considered a failure and a coward. Those who do strive typically paint pictures of a sweet life in their fantasies, an ocean, palm trees, cocktails. To get to this sunny place, any means are fair game. You can undercut your colleagues, step on heads, buy a position with a bribe, outsmart the naive and profit from them, or get where you need to go through connections. There's simply no time for tranquility. And only in the final credits does it become clear that life was not lived right, actions were not right, values were not properly esteemed, and illusions were chased after. Epicurus says things that make modern marketers tremble with anger. To get great pleasures, you need to limit yourself. We've been taught that we're a consumer society, and the dosage needs to increase every day. That is, spending. And even if our purchases and trips no longer bring pleasure, don't stop. Otherwise, the economy will collapse and we'll all end up in dire straits. Epicurus, all desire should be subjected to such a question. What will happen to me if what I seek due to desire is fulfilled, and if it is not? There are popular videos on the internet. A reporter approaches people and asks about their desires, and people respond, $1 million, a villa in the Maldives, a goldfish on a leash. No one, absolutely no one, responds, "I want to become a first-class specialist, the best in my field, because it is the strongest to achieve the best." But it's a long path of victories and defeats, overcoming obstacles, and battling laziness. We want everything all at once, to be loved immediately, to be paid for nothing. So Epicurus tells people straight to their faces, what desires do you have? Pathetic, mundane, the fish, not the fishing rod, money, not the opportunity to earn it. Don't spoil the impression of what you have by wanting what you don't. Remember that once you only hope to get what you have now. A person dissatisfied with little is not satisfied with anything. Another wise quote from Epicurus, "It is foolish to ask the gods for what a person can achieve for themselves." These words are not about wealth, they're about happiness. You can choose two paths, waiting and trying. Only in the first option can you end up with nothing, while the second, the difficult path, will surely be rewarded in some way. If you can't be happy, then become a philosopher. If things don't go the way you want, fate seldom thwarts the wise. Brilliant words, which I've secured for the future. If the door you're knocking on doesn't open, it doesn't mean you're not making enough effort. Perhaps it's just not your door. It can be anything, from relationships with a man or woman to choosing a career. Listen to your fate. Don't close your eyes and ears. Don't insist that you only have one path and you'll achieve your goal at all costs. Spend your energy wisely. Let the universe help you. Don't interfere with the natural course of events. Alternate your activity with inactivity and observe what events unfold at that moment. Will they start to need you? Will they seek you out? Will they start to demand your presence? Remember, no fool is happy. No wise person is unhappy. You're endowed with happiness just like any other person on earth. It's around you and within you, but for some reason you haven't noticed it yet. We highly value what we lose, and we don't notice it when it's right next to us. To love your life right now, you need to reset your own frequencies, expel anger and envy from your soul.